From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your evening update.
We've had a good bit of cloud cover out there this afternoon after some morning peaks of sunshine. That's held temperatures from getting too hot this afternoon. Most of us, mainly into the mid to upper 80s, although folks closer to I-65 have been a little bit warmer as the clouds thicken a little later this afternoon. It's going to be similar tomorrow on Wednesday with cloud cover around, and then everybody starts climbing into the mid to upper 90s late in the week, and especially the weekend. The rain has shifted off to the west of our area, and I know we are needing rain here locally as we're starting to dry out. Bad news is rain chances don't really increase until we start heading into next week, although there are a couple locations there before that in the 7-day forecast where there are some slight rain chances. We'll talk about the details here. Got up to 86 degrees this afternoon at the Lawrenceburg Airport after a morning low of 72, so we're not too far from average. We finally gotten to the part of the year where the daytime average high is officially 90 degrees, but we fell just short of that today. Some folks did get up to 90 or 91 this afternoon. It's going to be similar tomorrow, where the amount of cloud cover determines whether you're 85, 86, or whether you're closer to 90 or 91, or you're somewhere in between. No rainfall today, and it's going to be a few more days before rain chances really start to tick up. Mostly cloudy skies this evening, dropping into the 70s overnight. Now, Futurecast showing some upper 60s here toward daybreak. Not really buying that too much, but I can't rule out a few 68, 69 readings, especially where we have been able to sneak down to 81, 82 this afternoon over southern middle Tennessee. Partly sunny to mostly cloudy once again for our Wednesday. And like we talked about, how many breaks of sunshine you see, if any at all, for our Wednesday will determine whether you're closer to 85, 86, or you're closer to 89, 90, 91, or if you fall somewhere in between. If you see an hour or two of sunshine in the afternoon, you're probably going to hit 90 or 91. However, if you see little to no sunshine at all during the day, you may be closer to the mid 80s, and it will fall within that range as we head to the afternoon, falling back into the upper 60s and lower 70s for overnight lows Wednesday night and a Thursday morning. Start to see a little bit more sunshine here by Thursday afternoon, and the upper level heat ridge starting to build back westward from the mid-Atlantic. So that's going to mean warming temperatures will be in the low to mid 90s area wide for our Thursday, and then Friday into the weekend, area wide mid to upper 90s with heat index values getting closer to the triple digits, especially over the weekend. Friday, there's the slightest chance of an isolated thunder shower, especially the northern half of our area, but that's only about a 10 to 20% chance. Meaningful rain chances don't come back to the area until we head into early next week, but the temperatures do go up as we head through the next several days. Again, like we talked about, temperatures are going to vary for daytime highs again on Wednesday like they did today. So we're going to do a midpoint average of 88, but it will range as low as 85 and as high as 90 or 91, depending on how much sunshine you get, and it will vary how much sun across the viewing area. So I can't tell your specific town exactly how much sunshine. It will vary across the area. We do start to see more sun as we head into Thursday. That allows temperatures to warm to the low to mid 90s along with the heat ridge building. And then mid to upper 90s here Friday, and especially the weekend. We still might have to tick some of these numbers up another degree or two as we head into the weekend. Heat index values near the triple digits. This weekend in terms of temperatures will be very close to what we had this past weekend across the area. And then as we get into early next week, that heat ridge starts to relax in intensity. The western side erodes again. We start to get more moisture, and then we start to see rain and thunderstorm chances scattered in nature start to tick up once again as we head into early next week. We're watching the tropics very carefully. A couple areas of concern that we're watching. Still have our disturbed area out here in the western Atlantic. A lot of dry air and wind shear battling this, though. Of prime concern is what we have in the western Gulf of Mexico. You see the spin in the cloud cover here. Not as many thunderstorms around the center of circulation today with our disturbance, which is probably one thing that has held them off from declaring this tropical storm Alberto, because we do have tropical storm force winds in these rain bands on the northern side. However, if we do start to see thunderstorms organizing around the center tonight and they stay into tomorrow morning, this will likely be declared Tropical Storm Alberto by tomorrow midday or so. National Hurricane Center track carries it westward with time into northern Mexico by Thursday. So this will not be a direct threat to our area in the Tennessee Valley. This will also not be a direct threat to the northern Gulf Coast, aside from those rip currents that have been along the Florida Panhandle, the Alabama beaches and such since last week. They will continue the next couple days here, but no direct threat to our local area here in the Tennessee Valley. There may be another system that tries to develop going into next week. We're starting to see hints at that. So National Hurricane Center outlining a 20% chance of another system developing as we head through the next 7 days. Way too far out to even try to guess what will come out of that and where it will track. We'll continue to watch it. And then a 20% chance of that other system in the western Atlantic possibly become a tropical depression, but that chance is decreasing with time because, like we talked about, not just a moment ago, but since yesterday, that system will have to fight a lot of dry air and vertical wind shear, keeping it disorganized, but it may increase rain chances to the southeast coastline as we head toward the weekend and the start of next week. Your forecast locally at home tonight, dropping out of the 80s into the 70s. After sunset, mostly cloudy overnight. That's one of the things that will keep us from dropping out in the lower 70s by daybreak. And then, like we talked about, with more clouds tomorrow, you're closer to the mid-80s. With more sunshine tomorrow afternoon, you're closer to the lower 90s. So for a 7-day forecast number, we're going to go middle of the road there and say 88, but just know that it will vary depending on the cloud cover in your specific town. Warmer for Thursday as the heat ridge builds in, low to mid-90s. Mid-90s for everyone Friday, the slightest chance of a thunder shower in the afternoon, but most of it staying dry. And then mid to upper 90s for Saturday and Sunday here. Heat index values near the lower triple digits. Temperatures this weekend will be similar to temperatures this past weekend. Slight chance of a thunderstorm Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, and then scattered in nature. But the shower and thunderstorm chances do start to tick up as we head into early next week as that heat ridge starts to weaken a little. There's your latest 7-day forecast. I'll be back at 9 o'clock for a final check of your local weather.